This novel is titled, Captured by the Mafia Lord. Chapter 11. The Fracture. Asa. The cell door opens with a metallic groan, slicing through the silence I've lived in for days. The guard doesn't speak. He just grabs the chain around my wrist and yanks. I stumble to my feet, too tired to fight. We move through the hall. The air grows warmer, richer, the scent of polished wood and wine replacing stone and rust. I know where we're going before I see it. The room from before. The one with the velvet curtains and the bed I refuse to sleep on. He's there. Lorenzo De Luca, black shirt open at the collar, sleeves rolled, a glass of scotch balanced loosely between his fingers. He doesn't look up when I'm pushed inside. Leave us. The guard vanishes. The door clicks shut. I wait for the questions, the threats. Instead, he gestures to the tray on the table. Fruit, bread, a bowl of soup that still steams.
Eat.
I'm not hungry. His gaze lifts, slow and sharp, as if cutting me open without touching me. You haven't eaten in 2 days. Then maybe I'll starve. His jaw flexes. You're alive because I allow it. Don't test how long that lasts. My laugh cracks. Then kill me, De Luca. It'll save you the trouble of pretending you care. The words hang between us, sharp as glass. He sets the glass down. The sound is soft, final. He crosses the space in 3 measured steps. The closer he gets, the smaller the room feels. You think I pretend? You don't care whether I eat or breathe. You just want to own it.
He stops inches from me.
I can feel his breath. Warm, steady. His eyes burn like something barely contained. I own it, it's not a want. My pulse stutters. I tell myself to look away, but I can't.
Why?
I whisper. Why not just end it?
Kill me.
Or let me go. Because I don't know what you are yet. His voice drops lower. Enemy.
Bait.
Or something else entirely. Something else? His hand lifts, fingers grazing my jaw.
Not rough. Worse.
Careful. A problem I can't solve. I hate the way my body reacts, the way my breath catches, the way my skin burns under his touch. Then maybe you should stop trying. He exhales through his nose, slow, deliberate, as if restraining himself costs him something. And maybe you should stop tempting me to fail. I should step back. Instead, I lean forward just slightly, just enough. Maybe I want you to fail. That does it. The mask cracks. His hand slides behind my neck, pulling me against him. The kiss collides between us. Hard, punishing, desperate. My gasp melts into him. His mouth is heat and hunger, the taste of scotch and danger. My hands are still chained, but he grabs them, presses them against his chest like proof he's real, alive, furious. The world spins. Then he stops. His breath is ragged, his forehead pressed to mine. I can feel the tremor in him, the war raging behind those eyes. This, his voice breaks. This shouldn't happen. Then why did it? He pulls away, sudden, violent. Because you don't listen. My chest heaves. Because you don't decide for me. His eyes flicker. That small spark of confusion, the kind that terrifies men who've never lost control. Careful, ballerina, he warns, his voice back to steel. You're playing with fire. Maybe I'm already burning. Something flashes in his eyes. Pain or hunger. I can't tell. He turns his back on me, pacing to the table, gripping the edge until his knuckles go white. I watch him from the doorway. I should hate him. I should beg for release, or scream, or pray. But all I can think about is the way his mouth felt on mine, the way his control cracked for just a heartbeat. And the truth that scares me most, it didn't feel like victory. It felt like falling. Lorenzo. Her taste is still on my tongue. I should have walked away the moment she opened her mouth, but the woman doesn't know how to yield. Every word from her is a challenge, every breath defiance. And I've built an empire on control. Yet somehow, she slips through every defense I have. She's standing there now, chest rising and falling, eyes too bright, lips still swollen from the kiss I should never have taken.
I want to hate her for it.
Instead, I want more. She looks at me like I'm a man worth fighting, not a monster to fear. Like there's something human left to save. There isn't. My father taught me that mercy is weakness. That desire clouds judgment. That love, if it ever existed, was a liability men like us couldn't afford. And yet here she is, in my house, in my world, breaking every rule I built to survive. She doesn't know the danger she brings.
To me.
To herself. Sit. I order. She doesn't move.
Defiance again.
Fire again. Do you ever stop fighting? She meets my gaze, unflinching. Do you? A laugh escapes me before I can stop it, a sound I barely recognize. No one laughs here.
Not me.
Not anyone who lasts. I drag a hand down my face, trying to scrub the moment away. It doesn't work. She's still looking at me, still waiting. Eat, I say again, quieter this time. For once, she listens.
She sits.
Lifts the spoon. Takes a bite. I watch her like a fool. Every movement hypnotic, the tremor in her wrist, the way her lips part, the small sound she makes when the warmth hits her tongue. It's ridiculous, dangerous. I've interrogated traitors, executed spies, burned entire houses to the ground, and here I am, undone by a girl eating soup. When she looks up, something shifts between us again, soft but sharp, invisible but undeniable. I turn away before she can see it.
Asa.
He stays by the window, back to me, the city lights throwing gold across his shoulders. For a long time, neither of us speaks. When he finally turns, his face is unreadable again. The storm locked away. You'll stay here from now on, he says. No more cells. Because you trust me? His jaw ticks. Because I don't. I almost smile. You're terrible at honesty. He steps closer, just enough to make the air thicken again. And you're terrible at obedience. I don't back away this time. Then maybe we deserve each other. He stares at me for a long, burning second. Then he calls the guards outside the door. Lock he in. When they move to lock me in, I sit on the bed, and his gaze doesn't follow. But I feel it on me anyway. Heavy, relentless, something I don't dare name. That night, lying in the dark, the memory of his touch won't fade. It lingers on my skin like a mark, a promise, a curse. I tell myself it was just weakness, just proximity, just confusion. But the truth is simpler. For one breathless moment, the man who caged me kissed me like he was the one breaking. And that terrifies me more than anything he's ever done. Chapter 12. The Man and the Mask. Lorenzo.
Control.
It's what keeps men like me alive. The pulse beneath every order, every bullet, every breath. But lately, control feels like a myth, like a rope slipping through my hands, one thread at a time. All because of her. Asa Daniels. That name shouldn't still be in my head. Not after everything she's cost me. Blood, chaos, questions I can't answer. And yet it lingers, crawling beneath my skin like a fever I can't burn away. The kiss should have meant nothing. A mistake. A punishment. A moment born of fury and frustration. But I can still taste her defiance and desperation, the sound of her gasp when I didn't let go soon enough. I told myself it was a way to remind her who held power here. But the truth is uglier. It wasn't power I wanted. It was her. I've built an empire on logic. Men who let emotion rule them don't last. But every time she looks at me with those wide, accusing eyes, like she's daring me to see the man behind the monster, something inside me cracks. My men notice it too. I catch them watching when I pass the hall, where she's kept. They don't speak, but I see the question in their eyes. Why is the ballerina still alive? I tell them it's strategy. She's leverage. Insurance. And they believe me, almost as much as I believe myself. I find myself at her door more often than I should. No reason. No orders. Just standing there, listening to the faint scrape of her footsteps beyond the wood. Once, I hear her humming, A broken, fragile sound, like a bird testing a damaged wing. The melody dies when she senses me. "Why keep me here?" she asked earlier, her voice trembling with something that wasn't quite fear. "You've made your point. Just kill me or let me go." She doesn't understand that both options are impossible now. I can't kill her, and letting her go would be worse. Later that night, I watch her from the shadow of the hallway as she's escorted back from the terrace. She'd asked to breathe air, a request that should have been denied. I allowed it anyway. Her wrists are still faintly bruised, the marks like fingerprints burned into porcelain skin. She walks slowly, head high, even when the guards don't meet her eyes. When she pauses beneath the window's light, I see her profile. Fragile, yes, but there's steel under that fragility. A kind of stubborn grace that doesn't belong in my world. And I hate that I notice. I hate that I care. "Sir?" The voice breaks my thoughts. One of my men stands near the stairs, hesitant. "What is it?" I snap. He swallows hard. "Should we move her back to the lower quarters? The others say it's safer there."
No.
The word comes sharper than intended. He blinks. "No." She stays where she is, I say, tone colder now. Closer. Easier to watch. It's a lie. She's safer here, on the upper floor, where I can see her every time I lose focus. Where I can tell myself that keeping her close is about control, not weakness. The soldier nods and leaves. I stand there longer than I should, watching the sliver of her light under the door fade as she settles into sleep. Later, in my office, I pour whiskey and stare at the city beyond the glass, a kingdom built on blood and loyalty. The skyline reflects back at me, sharp edges, hollow light. The man in the glass looks composed, ruthless, unbreakable, a mask I've worn too long. But beneath it, I feel something shifting, something that doesn't belong to the man who inherited this empire. I remember her trembling lip, her defiant words, the way she flinched when I touched her cheek, yet didn't pull away. What the hell am I doing? This is how men lose empires. Not through bullets. Through women who make them forget why they built walls in the first place. I drain the glass. The burn hits my throat, but it doesn't erase her. I close my eyes, pressing my palms to the desk, and whisper to the empty room. "She's not your salvation. She's your undoing." But the echo that answers back sounds too much like temptation. And for the first time in years, I'm not sure which man I am anymore, the one holding the gun or the one about to drop it. Chapter 13. The Sister's Gift. Asa. When the door opens this time, it's not Lorenzo or the guards who step in. It's her, Camilla De Luca, the woman of the house, silk dresses, red lips, the kind of poise that feels rehearsed. She moves like smoke, soft and deliberate, every inch of her dripping with wealth and calculation. "Don't look so tense," she says lightly, closing the door behind her. "I come bearing peace offerings." Her voice is smooth, lilting, meant to disarm. She sets a tray down on the small table. Actual food, not the cold scraps the guards usually bring. And beside it, a folded stack of fresh clothes. Soft fabric. Color. Humanity. My body betrays me before my pride can stop it. The way my stomach clenches at the smell. The way my fingers twitch toward the tray. "Why?" The word scrapes out of me. "Why are you doing this?" Camilla smiles, tilting her head. "Because not everyone here enjoys watching you suffer." Her eyes flick over the bruises fading on my wrists, the tired slump in my shoulders. "You've been through quite a bit, haven't you?" My brother doesn't believe in gentle methods. Her brother. The word lands heavy. She sees it too. The way I freeze at the mention of Lorenzo and her smile widens, just a touch too sharp. "I'm not my brother, Asa. I prefer understanding to intimidation." She gestures to the chair. "Sit.
Eat."
You must be starving." For a long moment, I don't move. Then hunger wins. I sit, keeping my eyes on her as I eat, each bite tasting of suspicion and salt. When I finally speak, my voice is careful. "What do you want from me?" She laughs softly. What makes you think I want something? Because everyone here does. Instead of answering, she pulls something from her bag, a small box, white porcelain, delicate as bone. When she opens it, a faint melody spills into the room. A ballet tune. One I know by heart. My throat tightens. It's the same song I used to warm up to before rehearsals, the one that felt like home. Where did you get that? I whisper. Camilla studies me with interest. I heard you were a dancer. Thought you might appreciate a reminder of who you are. Her tone is kind. Too kind. The kind that makes you wonder where the knife is hiding. I close my eyes, just for a second, and let the music fill the silence. It hurts, the way something beautiful can twist into pain when you've lost it. When I open them again, she's watching me with that same unreadable smile. Lorenzo doesn't let many people close, she says, tracing a finger along the edge of the table. Not since our father died. You've managed something rare, you know. My pulse stutters. Close. Camilla shrugs, feigning innocence. He keeps you upstairs. That's not nothing. He doesn't keep anyone there unless they matter. I'm a prisoner, I bite out. Maybe. Her gaze sharpens. Or maybe you've become something else. I shake my head. He hates me. Her laugh is soft but cold. Lorenzo doesn't hate, dear. He possesses. There's a difference. I don't want to believe her. I don't want to hear the truth hiding in her words. Why are you telling me this? I ask. Camilla leans closer, the scent of her perfume sweet and poisonous. Because I think you deserve to understand the game you're trapped in. My brother's world doesn't forgive softness. You'll either break him, her lips curl, or he'll break you. The music box winds down, its final notes trembling in the air. Camilla stands, smoothing her dress, all effortless grace again.
Eat, rest.
And trust me, Asa, I'm the only one here who doesn't want something from you. The words hang heavy after she leaves. But as the door closes, I catch her reflection in the mirror, that glint in her eyes, the curl of her lips. She lied. Everyone here wants something. The question is, what does Camilla De Luca want from me? Chapter 14, Partners in Shadows. Michael. Trust is a blade. The moment you hand it to someone, you pray they don't twist it. Lorenzo thinks I'm his blade, sharp, loyal, silent. He doesn't see the other edge. Tonight, I'm at the docks again. The night smells of gasoline and sea rot, the kind of mix that clings to your skin. Men move crates under the orange floodlights, stacking them into trucks bound for the city. Heroin, cocaine, the usual poison dressed in paper and promise. I'm here as Lorenzo's man, but I record everything. Each shipment number, each driver's name, every whispered exchange. It's all logged neatly in my hidden file, the kind that could make an empire crumble if it ever reached the right hands. One of Lorenzo's lieutenants tosses me a clipboard. You're efficient, he says. Boss trusts you. Trust gets people killed, I answer. He laughs, not realizing I mean it. When the job's done, I slip away before the others can notice. The noise of the trucks fades, swallowed by the distance, until I'm alone with my thoughts and the sound of the sea hitting steel.
And her name? Asa.
It lingers in my head like a wound that won't close. Every time I see her in Lorenzo's house, or even hear about her, something twists inside me. I tell myself I'm not thinking about her, that she's just part of the mission. But it's a lie I've been choking on for weeks. I light a cigarette and let the smoke burn away the guilt. She shouldn't even be there. When I sent that package, it was supposed to be clean. A harmless transfer. Just enough to make Lorenzo slip up, to open a channel I could trace. I never meant for Asa to be caught. She was the collateral I didn't calculate. Now, she's a ghost in every corner of this operation, a face I can't stop seeing. Camilla waits for me where the city begins to rot, an abandoned greenhouse half consumed by ivy and moonlight. The glass garden, she calls it. Fitting. Beautiful and dangerous. She's perched on a broken stone bench, wearing red like sin itself, a cigarette between two fingers. The glow paints her smile.
You're late, she says.
I was being thorough, I answer. pulling my gloves off. Your brother likes things precise. Camilla flicks ash, her tone playful, but her eyes sharp. And you like pretending you're still one of his perfect little soldiers. I don't rise to it. The shipment's done. I slipped your people a copy of the manifest. That should buy us another crack at his routes. She tilts her head.
Good.
The more cracks, the better. Then, with a lazy smirk, does he still trust you? Enough to let me handle his money. Dangerous move, she hums. You're good at smiling for your enemies. Practice, I mutter. She stands, the glass crunching under her heels. You know, it's funny. You play the loyal dog so well, Michael. But every time I mention her, that mask of yours slips. My spine stiffens.
Don't.
Don't what? Her lips curl. Say her name? Asa? I turn away, but she steps closer, voice dropping like honey laced with venom. You think I don't see it? The way you flinch when I talk about her? You're not fooling me. This isn't about her, I snap. It's about taking Lorenzo down. Camilla circles me like a predator, her perfume thick and intoxicating. Oh, but it is about her. Everything changed the second she entered that house. My dear brother hasn't stopped watching her, or protecting her. My jaw tightens. She's just a pawn to him. And to you. Her words hit harder than they should. I don't answer. The silence says enough. Camilla smiles, slow and sharp. I see. You can't even lie properly anymore. I exhale, forcing the tension down. This isn't your concern. Oh, but it is, she purrs, stepping close enough that I can feel her breath. Because if you still feel anything for that little ballerina, you'll ruin us both. The threat glints in her eyes, hidden behind the charm. You think you can keep playing both sides, but you're bleeding already, Michael. You just don't see it yet. I look at her, really look. She's beautiful, ruthless, and absolutely right. I have her under control, I say, though it sounds hollow even to me. Camilla laughs, low and dangerous. You might. But tell me, do you have yourself under control? The silence that follows is heavy. Truth hums between us, unspoken and lethal. She brushes past me, pausing at the door of broken glass. Remember, partner, one mistake, and the fire you're playing with won't burn Lorenzo first. Her gaze flicks over her shoulder, that knowing smirk still carved into her mouth. It'll burn her. When she's gone, I stand in the ruins, the night closing in. And for the first time since I started this game, I'm not sure who I'm trying to protect, Asa or myself. Chapter 15, Fire and Flesh.
Asa.
The air feels heavier tonight. I sense it before I see him. The shift in the energy that ripples through the house when Lorenzo De Luca walks in. Even the guards move quieter, like the walls themselves know he's in no mood to be tested. I sit by the window, wrapped in one of the silk robes Camilla brought me. The city glows far below, 1,000 lights that look close enough to touch. Freedom feels that close too, almost real, almost mine. Then the door opens.
He doesn't speak.
He doesn't have to. The room bends around his presence. I feel him before I look up, every nerve standing to attention. Get up. His voice is low, steady, too calm. That tone that means something inside him is fraying. I rise slowly, refusing to bow. What now? Another interrogation? Or are you just bored? His jaw flexes. You think I don't see what you're doing? I think you like pretending you do. He steps closer. The distance between us shrinks until I can taste the faint burn of whiskey on his breath. His tie is gone, shirt sleeves rolled, the mark of authority loosened but not gone. He looks less like a king and more like a man on the edge of losing his crown. You disobey. You talk back. You look at me like you want to tear me apart. His voice drops to a rasp. Do you enjoy pushing me? I meet his stare. Do you enjoy being pushed? The silence that follows isn't empty, it's electric. In the next heartbeat, his hand catches my wrist. Not brutal, not gentle, the kind of grip that demands truth. Careful, he murmurs. You don't know how far I'll go. Neither do you, I whisper. The words hang between us, fragile and dangerous. His eyes flick down to my mouth, and something dark flashes across his face. Conflict, hunger, guilt. Then he kisses me. It's not soft. It's not sweet. It's an impact that steals the air from my lungs. Months of tension explode between us. Every argument, every glare, every time I swore I hated him, burning now, alive and real. I should fight. I should pull away. But I don't. His hand slides to the back of my neck, holding me still, not to control. This time, to keep from losing himself completely. My palms press against his chest, feeling the rapid thud beneath his ribs. His heart betrays him. It's beating just as fast as mine. When we break apart, we're both breathing hard. That, he says roughly, was a mistake. Then stop making it. I fire back. His eyes narrow, a dangerous light flaring there. You think this is a game? No, I whisper, pulse stuttering. I think it's already too late for both of us. He hesitates, and that hesitation cracks him open. The facade slips. I see the man beneath the power, raw and wrecked, wanting something he can't name. He cups my face, thumb brushing the edge of my jaw, and for one disorienting second, I forget who he is. Forget where I am. Forget that this is the man who stole my freedom. The kiss that follows is slower, deliberate. A surrender neither of us wants to admit. The world outside ceases to exist. Only this heat, breath, heartbeat. The taste of defiance turned to desperation. When he pulls back, he rests his forehead against mine. His voice is barely audible. You undo me. I don't answer. I can't. Because the truth is, I'm already undone too. His mouth finds mine again, deeper this time, until the air between us is nothing but heat. My fingers curl into his shirt, yanking it open, buttons scattering. His hand drags down my spine, searing a path that makes my knees buckle. We stumble backward, hitting the edge of the bed. His breath is ragged. Mine is worse. Somewhere between the hunger and the hate, our control slips. The silk robe slides from my shoulders, pooling at my feet. He swears under his breath, a sound between fury and need, and lowers me to the mattress. The world blurs. Touch replaces words. Every graze of his skin against mine is a question. Every gasp I give is an answer. When he finally presses against me, I know we've both crossed a line we can't return from. You belong to me. I press a trembling hand to my lips. His taste lingers, sexy and dangerous. And somewhere deep inside, a realization takes root, terrifying and undeniable. It's not the chains that are keeping me here anymore. It's him.